The 2001 NBA season is the one that defined and established Allen Iverson as one of the NBA's greats and truly showed how big of a cultural phenom he really was. Many people view that season as his best, and that's mainly due to his MVP and finals appearance. However, one misconception about that year is that Iverson carried the 76ers and he was the sole reason why they got as far as they did. That is simply not true, and I'll be debunking that myth today, as well as explaining why the playoff run was a bit overrated. Not to suggest that it was bad or anything, I just think Iverson's impact during that run is heavily overstated. Before we start, if you're new here and enjoy the video, please be sure to subscribe for more NBA content like this. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before August, and we are so close to that goal, so all support would be greatly appreciated. If you enjoy, be sure to leave a like as well, it really does go a long way. But with that all being said, let's look at Allen Iverson's 2001 NBA season and see why he did not carry his team.
Lucas.
The Philadelphia 76ers were great in 2001 as they finished as the first seed in the Eastern Conference with a record of 56-26. They would cruise past Indiana in the first round, then hold on in a dogfight of a series against Toronto in round 2, before once again being taken to 7 games, this time against the Milwaukee Bucks in the conference finals. The 76ers would yet again pull through and make the NBA Finals, where they'd face the Los Angeles Lakers. As we all know, Iverson had a monster Game 1, taking the 76ers to their only win for the series, including an iconic crossover, shot, and step over. Iverson was the MVP in 2001, averaging 31.1 points per game and close to 5 assists, while shooting a pretty poor 42% from the field and 32% from 3. He was the star of the 76ers, their number one guy. However, I think people overhype this season and make it out like he did everything for this team and so-called carried them. So let me give you my reasons why I believe he did not. Firstly, let's look at Iversons Help, because it is made out that Iverson did everything for this team and was the only reason why they got as far as they did that season, when that's simply not true. In the 2001 season, Allen Iverson had multiple teammates averaging over 10 points per game, or double digits, 4 to be exact, and those guys were Dikembe Mutombo with 10 points a game, McKie with 11.6 per game, Eric Snow with 10 per game, and Theo Ratliff with 12.5 per game. As I mentioned, one of those players was Dikembe Mutombo. In the 2001 season, Mutombo averaged 10 points and 13.5 rebounds per game, as well as 2.5 blocks. He was traded from Atlanta to Philadelphia at the trade deadline, and thanks to his elite rim protection, won Defensive Player of the Year. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because AI is a notoriously bad defender, so for the 76ers to bring in the best defender in the league during that season was huge for them, as it gave AI a lot of help on the side of the floor he struggled at. Another player that averaged double digits for the 76ers during the 01 season was McKie. He was the 6th man of the year in 2001, averaging 12, 5, and 4 per game, providing plenty of help for the 76ers off the bench, leading the second unit. Iverson also had his head coach win Coach of the Year in 2001 in Larry Brown, so to say he had no help and carried the team is quite ridiculous. He had one of the league's best coaches, a fantastic supporting cast that could contribute offensively when required, and he also had one of the league's best defenders and rebounders backing him up to mask his major weaknesses in his game. You might believe that the real carry job by Iverson started in the playoffs, but once again, that's not true. Dikembe Mutombo's averages jolted upwards in the playoffs, averaging 13.9 points, which is 4 more than his regular season average, 13.7 rebounds, and over 3 blocks per game. Big improvements from his regular season averages. Aaron McKie also had improvements in the playoffs, averaging 3 more points per game and an extra assist. Iverson did average a couple more points and assists per game during this playoff run too, but he also shot a lot worse, 39% from the field compared to his 42% from the regular season. So again, whilst Iverson was dominant in the playoffs, he clearly did not carry the team. Iverson also got bailed out big time in this playoff run as well. Though it was only one game, in Game 7 of Round 2 against the Toronto Raptors, Iverson had a shocking performance, scoring 21 points on 27 attempts from the field, making only 8 of those 27 shots. Though he did make up for it somewhat with his 16 assists, Aaron McKie had to step up, and he did, dropping 22 points on 50% field goal efficiency to go with 7 rebounds of his own. Again, Iverson was elite in this playoff run, but his teammates helped the 76ers have just as much success as he did, as without a guy like McKie in this situation, the 76ers probably lose the game. Another reason why the 76ers were so successful was because they built a perfect team around Iverson. Allen Iverson had 3 major weaknesses in his game: shooting efficiency, defense, and due to his height, rebounding. So due to that, the 76ers went out and got an elite defender and rebounder in Mutombo, and this allowed them to be a top 5 rebounding team in the league for the 01 season, as well as a top 3 offensive rebounding team in the NBA also. Having guys like Mutombo, he's just one example, but having guys like him allowed the 76ers to mask AI's weaknesses and allowed him to be as effective as possible, which ultimately led to the huge success of the team in the 2001 season. Overall, to say Iverson didn't have help is ludicrous, and I think people don't remember this team as well as they like to think, because though Iverson was the obvious only superstar and leader of the 76ers that year, I think it's obvious he didn't carry the team like people make it out to be. Saying Allen Iverson carried the 76ers in 2001 is like saying Curry carried the Warriors in 2016. Though Curry was insanely dominant that year and led the team, it doesn't mean he carried them to that finals appearance, which they ultimately lost, or that record-breaking 73-9 season. To forget about the other pieces of that team, like Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green or Coach of the Year head coach Steve Kerr, is wrong, and to blatantly look over the other pieces that helped that team succeed is ridiculous and biased, and I don't know why it's done so much with Iverson's 2001 season. Yes, it was a fantastic individual season. Iverson led the 76ers to a finals appearance and of course got the MVP, but in no way whatsoever does that mean he carried the team. Hopefully, by pointing out the perfectly built roster and amazing supporting cast that he had during that season, has proven my point that Allen Iverson did not carry the 76ers in 2001 at all today. And that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? Do you agree with me here, or do you still believe that the 76ers were carried by Allen Iverson in 2001? Did I miss any points? Let me know all your thoughts on this down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.